Hey all, welcome back, and this is part 8, which is going to be the last part of the for loops lesson, and we're going to go over using the break statement. So break statement is similar to a continue statement in terms of you just write it and it does something, and a break statement needs to be inside of a loop usually, and what it's going to do is break the loop. It's meaning that it stops it completely. Continue sends you to the next iteration, break ends the loop and goes to the code following the loop. So here is a little bit of code to demonstrate that. We've got a numbers array, and we don't want to print out elements with an index value greater than 2. So if I is greater than 2, we're going to call to the log for loop broken, and then we're going to break the for loop. So if we run this, we'll see quite clearly that we get 1, 2, 3, and then we break our for loop. Nice. Now we're going to do a similar idea, but in this case we're going to have restaurants and price points, and we're assuming that we do not want the value of our indexing variable to go above 1 because it looks like price points begins at index 2. So if we run this, we'll see that we log the oyster pearl and the salmon plank to the console, and then we break our for loop, ending all of the operations and moving down to whatever would be the code after the for loop. But wait, could not we simply use an if-else statement to accomplish the same goal? Well, yes, we could, but then we would not introduce the continue statement. That's kind of out of place. I feel like that should have been, yeah, that should say break. So hopefully when you see this, that will say break because I'll adjust the typo. But in any case, let's talk about the coding challenge. We're going to complete a function that takes two parameters, an array of elements and an index, and logs every element except those whose index is greater than the input index. Your function should use a loop to log every element up to and including the element located at the input index, and should also use a break statement, must use a semicolon after break, for test to pass, to skip over the values with indexes greater than that of the input index, then return nothing. Your code should not use else. Below is an example of the code running. Assuming that you will have completed the described function, use break. Grab the stub. Grab our test cases. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get a loop going. I is less than the array.length, I++. I'm going to wrap my for loop around the rest of the pseudocode. So if the current index, which is just I, is greater than the input index, then we want to break our for loop. So we'll do so using the break statement. Otherwise, we want to log whatever the current value in the array is to the console. Array at I, we'll get the job done for that. So if we run this, we'll see ABC and 1, 2, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So let's go ahead and copy this, paste it in the input window, run our tests, and we're looking good. So that's it for for loops. We're going to go into what a for in loop is next. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.